Hey, welcome back to the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge. Focus on me, thank you very much. Today we have the Knights of Castelcorvo, or in Italy, where it's from, I Cavalieri di Castelcorvo. I'm sure I slaughtered that, but it's pretty much the same. It's from 2020. It actually premiered in Italy, I believe, in 2019, a year before. It's one season, 15 episodes. Each of them are about 22 minutes long each. And it's a mystery. It's featuring 4 kids, teenagers. Sounds like, I mean, they're teenagers. They're not little kids. This is definitely like a mystery, fantasy, thriller. I don't know if it's a thriller, but it's a mystery fantasy series featuring 4 kids that you see here, sort of at differing levels of focus. Suddenly drawn together at the Castelcorvo. Yeah, the Corvo, is it the Corvo Castle? It's a Castelcorvo, in a little out of the way town that does not have good Wi-Fi or phone coverage. Yeah, that's what kind of brings them together in a sense. Their phones. There's brother and sister, Ricardo, I believe, and Julia. Yeah, Ricardo and Julia. I'm pretty sure that's right. It's spelled a little bit differently. It's Giula, Lia. But the two of them, they decide their parents decide they're going to stay with their aunt for the summer or a few weeks or something for a period of time. And Ricardo's a little bit distressed that he cannot get a decent signal in that house whatsoever. So his sister goes, let's go check out the town, which isn't much of a town. There's a castle in it, and it's very quiet. There's nobody around. In fact, they did not pay for extras, I'm pretty sure, in this show so far, at least in the first episode. I only watched the first episode, kind of got the gist of it. This is definitely meant to draw in the kind of crowd that might like Stranger Things or other like Disney Channel level mysteries. There's no horror angle to this so far, but there are mysterious, crazy witches that are rumored to live inside the castle, which pretty much keeps kids away. It's like, the Sandlot. Nobody wants to go in that yard because that guy is dangerous. It's but in this case, of course, bullies show up, beat up Matteo, a new friend, or an acquaintance, a boy they meet who is really into bugs, who they meet on their way to the castle. And once they leave him, they meet another friend, a girl whose bike has a flat, and they talk to her, and they discover, I'm telling you, the entire first episode for the most part. But the high points, basically. And turns out Matteo's getting beat up. They're about to start feeding him bugs because he loves bugs. Bullies are everywhere. They're just awful. But they're the impetus for so much more to happen. The bullies throw Matteo's phone into the courtyard of the castle that everybody's afraid to go into. And what happens? Well, the kids have to go into the castle. And what they find in there leads them onto a greater mystery. In fact, a riddle that they must solve that could change their lives forever. If I told you enough, too much, well, that's up to you to discover. But this is, again, based in Italy. It's overdubbed into English. If you want the Italian version, I'm sure there's a setting in there. You can get the original dialogue. It feels like some of the voice acting, a lot of the actors sound like they've done animation. So, I don't know. That's just me. I don't know. I could be completely wrong, but it feels a little bit more emphatic than just normal discussion, but normal dialogue. Although, that's what you get when you have overdubbed stuff. You get people having to say lines that fit into the space in which the original actor, is speaking, even though it might take more or less words to discuss it, to say the same thing. So yeah, it's one of the shortcomings that you get when you have a lot of overdubbed stuff and you don't know the language. Hey, you know what? By default, it gave me the English language overdubbed, no subtitles, but you can probably choose that as well. I don't know. It's, you know, there's always that old anime struggle that people have with dub or sub. What are you going to do? Well, now you have that argument when it comes to a lot of programming that we're finding on Disney Plus. I've seen shows from South America and all Europe and Korea and all over the place, China, all over the place. A lot of Spanish-speaking countries as well. So yeah, it's we get a lot of stuff. There's a lot of diversity when it comes to children's and teen programming on this. So you get to see a little bit of different cultures along the way. And it seems like teenagers, while a lot of things might be different, teenagers are the same regardless. They just want a really good Wi-Fi connection, or at least 4G. At least 4G, not asking for 5G, just at least 4G. And it's honestly, if you watched everything else when it comes to all these teen mysteries and adventures and things like that, this is the kind of thing that you might get a kick out of. It does not so far seem to be overly done with bad digital effects, which you normally get with a lot of the shows like this. So far, none of that. But it is building a little bit of mystery. There's a strange crow that's watching them. And will they meet the witches? Well, you'll have to watch to find out. Are the witches real? No, that's part of it. And what is this thing with the knights? Are they the knights? Are they going to meet the knights? And why would Castelcorvo need knights? Is there a great evil coming? Because, you know, knights stand against evil, right? So, I think you can pretty much guess how this is going to go. But still, it's another series to check out. Looks like a good bunch of kids to explore strange new dangers. Again, 15 episodes seems to be the extent of it. If there's more coming, I don't know. But it came out, like I said, it came out in 2020, so everything kind of ground to a halt around that time. It came out in 2019, originally in Italy, but everything kind of ground to a halt at that point, and no productions were done for a while. So odds are these kids are now like 27, they're in their 30s. They got kids of their own now. I don't know. I looked at the IMDb, and some of these kids, I mean, there's only a few of them that have IMDb pages. And by the way, don't look at the IMDb page. I don't know why, but there's a number of actors that have the same character name. That could be a spoiler. I don't know. It just feels like it could be a spoiler for something to come. So I would avoid that. It just seems very strange that unless they just changed actors halfway through, which that would be very unsettling and confusing to me. But yeah, check it out. It's always good to see what kind of programming comes from other countries. Can't all be made in Hollywood. Come on, have some fun with something new. Let's pick tomorrow's episode. 175. We're running low on episodes, things to watch. But, I mean, this isn't moving away from a very specific area. And, oh my gosh, I think this is something we don't do very often. I was wondering if we were going to get this. There's been chunks of time when we have had documentaries like 4 in a row, or shorts 5 in a row, or movies. We just had a bunch of movies. And the last 4 days, we've gotten something in each of the 4 different categories. We've had a short. Well, we started with a movie with Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End. We had Shorts Giving. We had Castelcorvo, which is a series. And now we have a documentary. Let's find out. Okay, there it is. I'm going to mispronounce this. Come on. Protecting Paradise, the story of New. I don't know. New. I should probably stop saying that. That's what the documentary is. I don't know if it's a series or if it's a single thing, but Protecting Paradise, the story of New on the next Disney Plus Everyday Challenge. I'll see you back here tomorrow with that.